Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because this is, as you might know, part 2 of my spring capsule series 2019. So if you haven't watched the first episode yet, which is always my inspiration and how I get my ideas for my spring capsule, then you should definitely check out the video and the blog post. I will link both of those down below. So this video is going to be my full wardrobe overview. I always make these visual overviews, and then also I'm going to be talking you through each of the items that I have made part of my seasonal part of my wardrobe. I do also have a video called The Perfect Basic Wardrobe, so if you're rather new to my channel, you might want to go back and check out that video, because really that is the biggest part of my wardrobe, and then these seasonal little updates are just a small part of my wardrobe. But yeah, anyway, without any further explanation, let's have a look at my spring capsule wardrobe 2019. So just a few introductional words about my spring capsule this time around. I have made myself some new purchases, all of them which are secondhand. And then I've gotten one new item that is gifted from a brand. And then I have a few items that are from storage. So that's usually how I work around my seasonals. Whenever I do a capsule wardrobe, I do my best to always go for secondhand first. Hashtag secondhand first. Yeah. Anyway, Oscar's walking around in the back. So as I was saying, I either buy something myself from a sustainable brand, or maybe I even work with a sustainable brand sometimes, which is the case this time around. So let's start from the top with the tops. The first item that I want to share with you is this beige jumper. This one was also part of I actually think both my autumn capsule and my winter capsule. And I just love this color, you know, that this time around I'm all about those neutrals, and I'm all about, you know, making my wardrobe fresh with some pops of these neutrals. This jumper is probably something you've seen a bunch of times already before. It's like a mohair jumper. You can't get it anymore because it's very old. I've had it for several years. So it's great really for this transitional period that we have right now, where, you know, it's just the last bits of winter and we do have some rather warm days, but it's just still not very warm. I especially enjoy styling this kind of v-neck jumper with a shirt underneath, especially one that's a bit longer so that it's peeking out through the hemline. I also like pairing it with a t-shirt underneath, so that, you know, the crew neck is showing right here. Even maybe a striped t-shirt or top underneath this would look great as well. So moving on to the next item, which is also something that I've had in my previous capsules. This is a t-shirt that I bought in Rocket Vintage in London last year. I've been loving this t-shirt and it's basically become a basic for me. I love a good edgy tee, and I love this pop of red right here. It looks cool underneath blazers, leather jackets, anything really. And yeah, I just thought I wanted to keep it within my spring capsule as well. On to the next top. This one is from my spring or summer capsule last year. I actually can't really remember, but it's one that I received from the ethical fashion brand called Power of My People. So it's this lovely black linen shirt. You might remember I also did a styling video with this shirt where I kind of showed 6 different ways on how to wear this shirt. I love linen. It's such a wonderful kind of fabric, especially during spring and summer when it starts to get really warm and, you know, the humidity and everything. I love linen. So this is definitely going to be part of my summer capsule as well. I thought I just wanted to already now kind of get it back into the game, and it's just a great basic shirt. So moving on to a couple of shoes that I have here. I have 3 shoes in my spring or in my seasonal part of my spring capsule, and 2 of them are from previous seasons. So I thought I just wanted to jump to those before moving on with the rest of the items, because the rest of the items I have here are new additions. So the first pair of shoes are these amazing brown loafers from Everlane that I bought back in autumn last year. And I have been so excited to get these back out. I love these shoes. I think that brown is a very classic color, both for autumn but also for spring. And I love pairing these with matching accessories, so like a bag, or I even have a watch with a brown strap that matches this brown color perfectly. These shoes are made in Italy, so they're great quality, but the only problem I have with these shoes is that they're incredibly tight. So if you are considering buying these shoes, don't size up only half a size as they recommend on their website. Do size up an entire size, I would say. Of course, I wouldn't know because I only sized up half a size. If you've tried purchasing these shoes and sizing up an entire size, please let me know down below if it was successful for you or if they just got too big. For me personally, it's very wasteful because I live in Denmark to ship these back to Everlane, so I decided to keep them. And then I actually have a pair of heels at the local cobblers right now that I need to pick up. And when I do, I'm gonna bring these with me and I'm gonna get him to block them. A cobbler can actually do that. He can block your shoes, I think, up to half a size. And that's the last bit that I need to be able to fully fit these shoes. So I'm gonna see if he can help me make them just a bit wider because, again, it is such a stunning shoe and I absolutely love them. I will let you guys know how I get on. Maybe keep an eye out for my blog or over on my Instagram because I'm sure I'll share the experience with you over there. So I'll let you know if it was successful, and if not, I probably won't recommend these shoes again. So just letting you know. All right, moving on to the next pair of shoes, and please excuse the mess inside the shoes. I've tried to clean them, but it's because they're so used and I can't really get it off. So please just look beyond that. Let's look at them like this instead. So these are my leopard flats that I've made part of my spring capsule every single year for like the last 3 years. I love these shoes. I think I don't need to say a lot about them. I love leopard print. Leopard print is basically the only kind of print I see myself going back to year after year, and it's a very basic kind of print for someone like me who's rather afraid of prints in general. So these shoes just have the ability of making especially those very basic look a lot more fun and inspiring, and that is why I love them. So good to be reunited with these for sure. So let's move on to the new additions that I have in my wardrobe, and while we were talking shoes anyway, I'm just gonna jump straight to those shoes and then get back to jackets and tops. I hope this video won't be too messy. Anyway, I'm sure everything will make sense when you see the visual overview. So as some of you might know, I have a pair of boots in my wardrobe that I've had for 6 or 7 years now. I bought them secondhand from another person who had also been wearing them for a couple of years. So these shoes have really been holding up so well, and I still absolutely love these shoes, especially for a more fancy kind of occasion, or if I'm going out to dinner or anything like that. I also use them on a daily basis. This is a great basic shoe. So for a while I've been contemplating investing in a pair of nude or beige boots, and when I stumbled upon these boots, I just knew that I had to have them because they're the same model as those boots that I mentioned before that I've loved for many years. Ta-da! I've already shown these a couple of times over on my Instagram. I've even started wearing them a little bit. I wanted to wait until the weather was not so muddy and rainy and dirty, because obviously these are not very practical when it comes to shoes like these. Also when it comes to white sneakers, any kind of shoe that's a bit unpractical, don't wear them if it's raining or if you're gonna be walking somewhere where there's a lot of puddles or mud or anything like that. That's basically the best tip that I can give you. Choose something else for those kind of days. But other than that, you should be good. During spring, it's obviously often a lot more warm and dry, and then you'll be good with a pair of boots like these. But yeah, these are the Nude Acne Alma boots that I have been showing over on my Instagram a lot recently. These are basically new, and I definitely feel the need to like break them in because they're the same size, the same model as the black pair that I have, but because these have barely been used, they are definitely a bit more on the tight side. So I love this nude color. It is perfect for all of these neutrals that I've got going on, and I'll be wearing these just as when I wear the black ones with a very basic outfit, just to give it something else and make it look a bit more fresh and light. They just look so elegant, they're so comfortable, and I know I'm gonna love these for many years to come. I bought them secondhand on Westier Collective, by the way, if you're wondering. I have bought a few things on Vestiaire Collective through time now, and I can highly recommend that web shop. Just as a disclaimer, this is not sponsored or anything. I bought these things with my own money. But I love their service. I love the fact that all of the items are validated by their team. So they go through all of the items to make sure that they live up to your expectations and live up to the description that the seller puts in underneath the products. So yeah, I can highly recommend Vestiaire Collective. It's a great website for both luxury purchases like these, but also for more high street purchases. They have all sorts of different things and for all sorts of budgets. So let's just jump back to the tops. I have one blouse left and then I have a few jackets. So this one is a gift from the website called, or the web shop called thegreenlabels.com, which is a European web shop. It's based in Amsterdam actually. I have been working with them a few times before, and they have a great selection of, for some of my favorite sustainable brands, which is also the case with this shirt. This is from Armed Angels, a brand that I have purchased a few things from myself in the past, and I love their jeans, but I've never tried any of their blouses. So this was a perfect match for my spring capsule, I feel like, because I love this whole pajama vibe that it's got going on. So yeah, when they reached out, I said, yes, thank you. I would like to test out that shirt, especially again, because it's from one of my own personal favorite sustainable brands. And yeah, this is also a great shirt for any kind of special occasion. I actually wore it to an event in Copenhagen last week, just with a pair of jeans and a pair of boots. So let's move on to the final two pieces that I want to share with you, both of which are jackets. So both of these items are secondhand. I bought them again on Vestiaire Collective. So the first jacket I want to share with you is this beige biker jacket from a brand called Mash. It's hardly used, of course, you can see somewhere, especially because it's a very light and kind of unpractical color. You can definitely see some small scratches and stains somewhere on the jacket, but overall it's in great condition. I absolutely love it. You might remember that I spoke about beige biker jackets in my previous video, so in my spring capsule part 1. Because I bought a beige biker jacket last year in London, so I bought that one in a secondhand store, but I've just had to realize that it's a tad bit too small when I took it out of storage this time around. It was just too tight, and I really like wearing biker jackets like this, especially with knitwear, when it's this like transitional weather right now, or as an actual jacket when I want to stay warm, and therefore I have been contemplating replacing that one. So I've actually put it for sale on my own secondhand web shop, so I'm not sure if it's already sold because I've already mentioned this before, so there might be some people that were already interested in that jacket. But yeah, if it's not sold, it's over on my secondhand web shop, and there's a link for that down below. And yeah, it just has a lot of stunning details. It's in great condition and it's very similar to the other one that I have, so I know that I'm gonna be loving this biker jacket. I am in general all about biker jackets as a great alternative to blazers, because it's just a lot more edgy, and I'd wear this to a special occasion, even with a dress or something like that. And yeah, great purchase, if I do say so myself. So the very last item I want to share with you is, again, like I said, another secondhand purchase from Vestiaire Collective. This is from Bimba and Lola, which I think is an Italian brand. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm actually not sure. I've never had anything from this brand before, and let me just tell you how I browse Vestiaire Collective, because for the most part it's not a specific brand I search for. I search more for specific kinds of styles. So in this case I searched for a beige or neutral kind of blazer, and then this one showed up in the search. And I thought it was perfect. I like the fact that it's actually a bit more fitted than the other blazers that I have in my wardrobe, because usually I tend to choose this rather straight, boyfriend fit kind of blazer. But this is actually a tad more elegant and feminine because it's more fitted. But yeah, I got this one for a great price. It's in beautiful condition. It's kind of like this crisp fabric, and I love it. It's something that I can pull back out for autumn as well, and then again maybe next spring. So that was all of the seasonals that I've chosen to make part of my spring wardrobe, and to kind of lift my basic wardrobe, make it more ready for spring. I'm very, very pleased with how things turned out. I am loving this neutrals universe that I've got going on. I've actually prepared a video to go live on Friday, so a random rambles, where I talk about the fact that yes, I do sometimes add new things to my wardrobe, most of them actually being secondhand, which is one of the most sustainable ways you can consume fashion, and then also supporting ethical brands, because I've received some accusations lately from people telling me that I'm a greenwasher and, you know, I buy a lot of new things all the time. So I kind of want to explain myself in that video, because I'm always open to inputs as long as you're not being too harsh, if you know what I mean. So I know that there's quite a handful of new things in, you know, my seasonal capsules, especially this one, but sometimes I don't buy anything at all. Sometimes I buy more than other times. Sometimes I, you know, buy something secondhand, then I sell it again. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on consuming fashion more responsibly and more sustainably, and also how I do that, especially also when I'm a fashion blogger, then definitely stay tuned for that video. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to share lots of amazing outfits with you over on my Instagram and on my blog. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That would make me so happy. And then I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.
Yeah.